Hey, what's up, folks? It's your friend Phil here, project management trainer and coach for all things PMP, CAPM, PMBOK, a name that you guys love, right? Right? Does the name PMBOK terrify you? Shouldn't. But we're going to be talking about validate scope in this particular section. The last episode we talked about control scope, and I told you control scope is about funneling those change requests through the right process, determining if a change has occurred, and if the change has occurred, determining why it occurred, or if a change is about to occur, making sure it follows the right process, or if someone raises a change, that is where it is captured. So change request is an output of control scope. In validate scope, I talked about formal acceptance. That's the key word. So validate scope is all about the customer or the stakeholder or whoever is nominated by the customer or sponsor. It's where this particular individual or entities review a verified deliverable. Now, a verified deliverable is a deliverable that has been approved internally by the performing organization. And once the deliverable is approved by the performing organization, it can then go to the customer or the requester in validate scope. So in validate scope, again, this is where inspection is used as a tool and technique to inspect that deliverable and ensure that it is fit for use and ensure that it conforms to requirements. That is the main goal of validate scope, and it is not carried out by the project manager. It is carried out by the customer or the sponsor or whoever they nominate to do the inspection. Sometimes an inspection could be of a product, it could be of how well a service has been delivered, or some other type of result. It could be testing a software program to make sure that it conforms to the customer's needs, requirements, specifications, and things such as that. Very important to understand, this is not the project manager. This is the customer. Someone says, well, Phil, sometimes my customer wants me to do the validation. That is a rare occurrence in most circles. Most of the time, the customer wants to get their own person to do it. But that does not negate the fact that it is validate scope. If a deliverable, a product, a service, a result is being checked on behalf of the customer, for the sponsor, by some other entity, whoever they nominate, it still validates scope. Okay, that's validate scope. If that's the only check that's going to be done on behalf of the customer, that's validate scope. Okay, I also want you to be aware that validate scope and control quality could be done in tandem. So you've got you checking that final thing and you've got the customer checking that final thing. It's doable. It's nothing entirely new. Okay, so I just want you to be aware of that. The project manager and the team, if they are told by the sponsor to also be involved in the validate scope process, it is what it is. It still validates scope, because they should have already done their own check of the system. And if a second check or subsequent check is being done on the request of the customer, then it is what it is. So knowing the essence of validate scope will help you on the exam to answer the questions properly and not confuse validate scope with control scope or validate scope with control quality. And there will be another video, a follow-on video to this, where I talk about the difference between validate scope and control quality. Okay, so I hope that helps you get some clarity about these two processes. People mix them up a lot. I hope that gives you clarity. Remember, if you got any questions about the PMBOK guide, things that make you scratch your head, feel free to chat them in or put them in the comments below, put them somewhere on this screen, and I will answer those questions for you. All right, take care. Talk to you later. Bye for now.